Okay, made it to Mercedes-Benz World. We're about to go inside and help the DVLA auction off the MCL 720S number plate. But before we do that, I wanted to run you by some recent examples of plates that have sold, just to give you an idea and some context of just what ridiculous prices and fascinating cars these things end up on. So I have 9 number plates in my hand here, which I've just tallied up to be the total of £1.5 million. So let's break them down and see what they are. So 918S, 918 Spider for the latest Porsche hypercar. That recently went for £66,000, sir. One SUV, great if you're really into your 4x4s, £44,000. Sing, £254,000. I mean, what? Unbelievable. What? 1D. I'm gonna take a guess. So generally, if you're not from the UK, the general rule is the less characters, the more expensive they are. And even more significantly is if it begins with a 1. So 1 plates tend to go crazy. So I'm gonna, based on Sing, I'm gonna go for a similar. Well, just go for 250 grand, maybe. £354,000. 354 grand. I'd love to know what that went on. Anyway, Krishna. I mean, what was saying earlier? I mean, let's go again. Another 200 grand. 180,000. Bargain, that one. MCL 650S. Now, this is fascinating because this is very similar to the 720S plate we're about to put through the auction. I think I know this one went for around about 16-ish. So that's 12,500. That's before fees. So that was a 16 grand plate. 458S, particularly interesting to me because I have a 458 Speciale, but that of course could also apply to a 458 Spider. So I'm trying to think what I would pay for that. Someone offered that to me. I don't know. I'd max 20 grand maybe. 79 grand. 650S, McLaren 650S. Obviously on this one they've dropped the MCL. As I mentioned, less characters the better. So I hazard 35 grand? 31. And that might be before fees. So it's probably a 38er or something like that. And the Mac Daddy 250. I mean, there's only one place that's going. It's going to end up on a 250 GTO or a short wheelbase, or someone really likes the number 250. I'm going home. £518,000. Around the world, and I've seen some fantastic car displays. I came here about 4 years ago to Mercedes-Benz World, and they had behind me the exploded F1 car, which I thought no one in their right mind is ever going to pull down, because to suspend all of these components from, I'm not sure if it's fishing line or what, but they've perfectly exploded and deconstructed an F1 car and suspended all of the components in line with each other. It looks photoshopped. It's unbelievable. To stand here and say, listen, I implore you, if you've never been to Mercedes-Benz World, you have to come here, even if it's just for this. I am mesmerized by it. I came here, as I mentioned, 4 years ago. It was only brief and I didn't have quite enough time to stop and check it out. But now I'm here with some time. Just taking in these components is mind-boggling. It's such an amazing feature. All right, made it into Mercedes-Benz World. Before we head over to the auction, let's go check out some of the cool cars that they've got here. So this Lambo plate just started off with a reserve of just £300. Just shows you never know. You never know what will happen with this plate. I mean, obviously it's applicable for a Lambo owner. It stalled at 11 a minute ago. It's on 12,100 now. £12,100. What's that? Probably a 14 grand plate. Yeah. So with fees, about a 14 grand plate. Something that had a reserve of £300. It's mad. You just never know where it's going to go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to 669. Before we offer 669, we have James, aka Mr. JWW, one of the UK's leading automotive vloggers. Us experts who talk about the industry on YouTube. So he's doing a piece on DVLA sales, so we'll be able to view his YouTube channel on Mr. JWW and enjoy.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. This, for me anyway, is at least the star plate of the day. If you want to turn to page 8 and 9, this is MCL 720S, which is very significant because McLaren this year have just launched their latest supercar. And this plate is the best one I've seen so far to reflect that. It's not a limited edition car, so there's going to be plenty of people buying these models. It's going to be produced over the next 3 to 4 years, so hopefully plenty of scope for someone to get their hands on the perfect plate. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to these guys. Happy bidding.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're on. This is the plate we've all been waiting for. MCL 720S, reserve starting at a mere £250. We're already up to 9,000. It'll be fascinating to see where this plate ends up. Of course, we've got people bidding all around the world here. We've got over the phone, online, in the room. And I think we also have people who've sort of submitted what their bid will be via post, really. 10,400.
10.4 is in the room. At 10,004, 11.4.
11.4. Don't forget that the MCL 650S went for, I think it was 16,000. We're 3 years on from that plate, and the McLaren as a brand as well has also evolved a lot since then. It'll be interesting. 14,000. Before fees as well.
15.2 is online. At 15.2. 15.2, 15.2, 16.2. 16.2, 16.2. At 16.2.
Wow, that's just took a 1,000 jump. It's like 17.2. 18.2. It's going. Really going.
19,000 to about at 19.2. 19.2, you can keep it going if you like.
And don't forget, even if bidders are abroad and they're going to own a 720S in England,
That's the highest seller. That's the highest seller now.
highest selling plate.
For this sale.
We've already made the highest selling plate for this sale so far. It's awesome. Good job I didn't start bidding, really, isn't it?
For the first. At £20,200 and selling for the second. At £20,200 and sold. At £20,200 online to 8163. £200.
20,200. Congratulations to whoever's just bought that. Fantastic plate for fantastic car.